Hello, so I thought I'd do a film review about a film that I quite like called These Final Hours. Now the film is actually a few years old but hasn't been released in this country yet, and I was looking at the IMDb website and it looks like it's going to come out on the 26th of January. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about it because I quite like it. Now, it's hard to do a review of this film without actually giving away spoilers, because basically the plot is quite simple. It's the end of the world. It's kind of self-explanatory in the title saying These Final Hours. So we know the world is going to end, so there's no real big surprise how the film ends, the world ends. But leading up to that point is actually quite a good film. Now in the trailer it pretty much self-explain the entire plot. There's this guy who wants to go to a party for the end of the world. There's a huge party, everyone's going to get together, but along the way he encounters this little girl and he wants to take her back to her parents, her father, and in doing that, you know, has an adventure. It's a journey of discovery and all that, and they end up being better people before the very end. So it's a bit sad in that way, really. You know, as they discover themselves and grow as better human beings, the world ends. But it's still a really good, enjoyable film. I'd recommend it to watch. I don't know if it's one of those films I'd want to watch repeatedly over and over, but definitely if you haven't seen it, I think it is worth going to watch it. It shows in one way what people would do if they know there's no consequences to their actions. You know, if you knew the world was going to end, it didn't matter what you did or what you said. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. There's going to be no consequences, there's going to be no comeback. Well, sort of, unless you end up with a bullet in your brain. There's a lot of death in this film. Well, the whole world dies, so when I say there's a lot of death, you know, everybody dies, the entire planet. But before that point, you know, if you can do whatever you like and you know you can get away with it. Now, a lot of people have said, you know, what would you do if you knew the world was going to end? And I know a lot of people say, they won't be afraid to tell someone they've always loved them. The film centres around the main central character called James, played by Nathan Phillips. I think he does a very good job of this. At the main aim of his original goal is the end of the world is coming, and he wants to go to this party, get wasted, so he doesn't really know it's coming. He doesn't want to, face the end, but through various events that occur, and he finds this girl. He ends up having to take care of her and look after her and bring her back to her family before eventually finding what happens to him. Now, this little girl called Rose is probably actually taking the end of the world in her stride, actually. I mean, she has a few moments in there when things aren't going very well for her, especially when we first introduce her into the film. But generally she's quite a strong character, and I think she's very well acted out. Now, if you knew the world was ending, I mean, what would you do? Would you just kill yourself instead of waiting for the inevitable? Would you go crazy and try and kill everyone else? Would you tell that one person that you've always wanted to how much you feel about them? But so you see a whole spectrum. Or would you just take it easy and just wait for the inevitable? There's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter if you go crazy. It doesn't matter what you say and what you do. So why do anything? Just chill, relax, take it easy, and then just wait for the end to come. Because the story of the film is set out right from the beginning, there aren't any real major plot twists, or who did this, who did that and everything. It's quite a straightforward type film. You know what's going to happen right from the very beginning. That doesn't spoil it. I mean, a lot of films, I sometimes go on about films which I don't like because you kind of work out the ending right near the beginning and that kind of spoils the film. This doesn't do that. I mean, they tell you how it's going to end. It's in the title. You see it right from the beginning. You know what's happening right from the very, very beginning. But that doesn't spoil it, that doesn't take anything away from it. It's still a good film, it's still an enjoyable film. As I said, it is a few years old. It was made in 2013 in Australia, it's now 2016. But as I said, it's probably not so well known in this country, even though it has been doing the rounds a bit in other countries. So other people would have already seen it quite a while ago. I saw it a while ago because I managed to get hold of a copy. When it comes out in this country, I do highly recommend that you go and check it out. Definitely download it, buy a copy, Okay, well, thanks for watching this film review. I will see you soon. See ya later.